What's up guys, it's Nick with Two Brothers Comics, and today I have for you a very special unboxing. You're not going to want to miss it. Stay tuned. Alright guys, so a publisher reached out, sent over some books for us to check out. Now I'm super excited about this because this is TKO Studios, a publisher that came on the scene late 2018, and some of the best name in comics are writing for them right now. Names like Jeff Lemire, Garth Ennis, we're all very familiar with those guys. And so they sent over some books, and I'm super excited to share those with you guys. Now this publisher isn't like most of the other publishers. They have digital releases, they also have single issues, but then they put together these trade paperbacks. But what's really cool is what they do with these single issues. They come in this oversized format, but inside a box set. And that is something you don't see a lot. They're really changing the way the comic market is being introduced comics and the way publishers are handling this to getting to the market. So it's a very interesting business plan, and I encourage you to go check it out. Go do some research on these guys because quite frankly, it is a very, very interesting business plan. And I started doing some research on them. Actually saw their unboxing that Kevin Smith did live, and so I immediately started checking them out, and I'm telling you, it's a very fascinating story. So do yourself a favor, go check it out. I'll leave the link below. They sent over a box for us to look at, so I encourage you to go check that out because they are a great publisher, and I'm super excited to dig deep into these. Now, so far, TKO Studios have released 2 waves of titles, and in this box, we're going to have a mix of both from Wave 1 and Wave 2. Now, most notably, people are going to be familiar with the Banks, which was just recently optioned, and so that's going to be taken into production. So congratulations to you guys. So without further ado, let's check out what's inside the box. Alright, so like you saw, we had 3 books come in with a bunch of these stickers and some of these pins, and so we're definitely going to be giving these out and giving these away as we naturally do. Now the first book here, I'm going to talk about 7 Deadly Sins. It's one of their trade paperback type books. It's absolutely gorgeous. The cover is super nice. Feels great in the hand. You can tell it's definitely more of a premium style trade paperback. The paper inside the same. So definitely, honestly, a lot better than what you might get from, probably Marvel or one of the DC type trades. It is oversized compared to a normal comic. So there's a quick comparison there. And this specific one is actually written by the co-founder and publisher of TKO Studios. So 7 Deadly Sins, it's one deadly mission. Now, in 1867, Texas, a group of death row criminals is recruited by a priest for a suicide mission into Comancheria. Comancheria? Comancheria. Maybe. Led by an outlaw with a bloody past, this deadly crew embarks on an action-packed adventure in this bold new vision of the American West. So that sounds absolutely fantastic. And so this collects issues 1 through 6 of the story. It lists for $19.99 on their site. And I'll tell you, just from flipping through the pages, I mean, it looks good. I love the coloring in here. The artwork looks great. And I definitely think, man, if you're into the kind of the Westerns, so there's what the back looks like. There's what the front looks like. So if you're into the Westerns, I think this is something you're probably really going to like. And I have a feeling that it's going to be much more in depth than a Western. And I'm hoping, just by kind of looking, I'm counting 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. I'm betting these are your 7 Deadly Sins. Maybe I'm taking a little, maybe looking into that a little too much. But definitely a book that's super exciting looking. I'm excited to jump into it and read it. And once I get through all of these, I'll do a follow-up video kind of with a review on the books I got. So this was actually one of the Wave 1 titles. This one's called Sarah. It's written by Garth Ennis, done by Steve Epting and Elizabeth Breitweiser. Now, if you're not familiar with Garth Ennis, Preacher, The Boys, he's done some Punisher and many other titles. And whenever I started doing some research into TKO Studios, this was one of the ones that kept coming up time and time and time again. So I'm super excited about this one. It's, again, another oversized kind of trade paperback, $19.99, and super excited. So let's check out the back. And I'll actually read it to you. So Alan Moore on the back here says, one of the finest works of Garth Ennis' career. And again, Alan Moore is the creator of Watchmen. So the back here says Nazi-occupied Russia, 1942. Fight hard, shoot straight, don't let them take you alive. Now, it says, in the second terrible winter of the siege of Leningrad, 7 women snipers find themselves caught up in the struggle against the German invader. Their deadliest shot is Sarah, whose inner demons may yet prove her undoing, but with the enemy to their front and the agents of the Soviet state lurking in the shadows. How long can any of the squad survive the terrifying maelstrom of war? So I'm super excited about this. I mean, if you look at that creative team, that is a solid creative team for sure. Again, the inside, the page feel is wonderful. The cover is wonderful. Again, this is also 1 through 6. And then here's kind of just a snippet of what the art looks like. So I'm super excited about this. So you have kind of a Western, which I have a feeling is going to be a pretty dark Western. And then you have more of a wartime story. And the next book hits another category. So TKO really has you covered from all the different genres. And I'm telling you, this white cover, that looks good with the red. The third and final one in here is actually Sentient by Jeff Lemire. Now, I'm a huge fan of Jeff Lemire. I'm loving what he's doing on Family Trees and some of these other books he has that are indie books. And when I realized that Jeff Lemire was actually working with TKO, writing this book, this was the one book I was most excited for. And this is actually the book that when I saw Kevin Smith do his unboxing that really, really caught my eye. And especially because it comes in this slipcase. And you probably saw a good bit of that kind of in the intro or the unboxing montage, we'll call it. And we'll let it catch focus there. I mean, this thing is awesome. Now, what's cool is you have a T here. So for their box sets, if you buy them all and you line them up on the back, it'll actually spell out TKO. So that was super cool and creative. And again, if you're not familiar with Jeff Lemire, Black Hammer, Family Tree has been one of my most favorite ones. And you know, he is an Eisner Award winner. And then you also have Gabriel Walta, who's also an Eisner Award winner. So this is going to collect issues 1 through 6. Now the box set is $29.99, and I'll explain why here in a second. But let's read the back here. So welcome to the USS Montgomery. When a separatist attack kills every adult on board a colony ship in deep space, it is up to Valerie, the onboard AI, to help ship's children survive. But as they are pursued by dangerous forces, can Valerie become more than what she was programmed to be? A savior to these children. So there you go. So you're getting your Western, you're getting your wartime books, and now you're getting a space cosmic type book. And I'm telling you, this is something I'm so excited to dig into. So you open it up, and what's really cool is you kind of have this slipcase inside. So you have the front here. It's like 2 slipcases. One here, kind of the cover, and then you also have this. But what's so fantastic about this is, look, you're getting 6 individual issues. So if you're into the individual issues and you want to get them in the box set, you can certainly do so. And then you can store them like that, because to be honest with you, these are not going to fit in a short box. And then it just kind of goes back in like that. And now you have your 6 individual issues. And I did not realize this at first, but they're actually oversized, just like the trades. So really there's no size difference there. And then to compare it to a normal size comic from Marvel or DC, you see, you're getting a pretty considerable amount of space there. So what do you say we open these up and see kind of what the covers look like? So what's really great about these is if you love single issue floppies but also love to binge read, this is a great option for you. Again, for $30. And then actually they provided a promo code to our viewers, Brothers20, and I'll pop it up on the screen, where you get 20% off of your order, and $35 and up, you get free shipping. So if you were to take $30, divide it by 6 issues, that's about a $5 cover price. And then if you take, you know, your 20% off that Brothers20 gives you, plus the free shipping, you know, that basically gives you what your local comic shop discount would be. And if you also put in there what your local comic shop is, I believe they also give proceeds to that comic shop as if they had sold it themselves. So that was pretty cool. At least I know they did that during the major shutdowns during COVID. So I thought that was an awesome, awesome thing TKO did. I know my comic shop benefited from it, Haven Comics. So definitely check it out. So let's open these up. And again, it's oversized. Just a quick comparison again, you know, pretty considerable. So if you think about the DC magazines that are $6.99, $5.99, what have you, it's going to be a very similar price point and probably a little bit cheaper. So I'm just opening these up. No cinematic opening of this. Let's just dive into it. The books look like they're in great condition, which why wouldn't they be? They're being shipped in 2 slipcovers. And yeah, they're perfect condition. And the covers, man, just feel so good. They feel slick and almost soft. So let's look at issue number 1. Again, this is Sentient. Man, that's gorgeous inside. So that's issue 1, issue 2. And these do feel really, really good. Again, it's a very slick, soft, almost feeling cover. You can tell it's really done with quality. The cover 3. Cover 4. Man, that looks good. Cover 5. Cover 6. Now the only issues I can see with these are I don't know what kind of bag and board I'm going to put them in. I guess maybe a magazine bag and board. It's a good question. I know you can put it back in the slipcase, but I don't know if I'll do that or not. I still like to have everything in a bag and board, so maybe I'll find or make my own. It shouldn't be that difficult. So let me know down below, have you read anything from TKO Studios? If this is the first time you're hearing about it, definitely go check them out. At least go visit the page. use the code BROTHERS20. We get nothing back on that. It's simply to provide for you guys, and it's a way for us to give back, give you a little something off. So definitely go check that out, tkostudios.com. And then I'm going to do a part 2 to this once I get through reading all of these and kind of give my review. And I am so excited about this. Like I said, when I watched that Kevin Smith video, I couldn't have been more pumped up about it. And when they sent over some stuff, super excited about that as well, guys. So if you're into Jeff Lemire, if you're into Garth Ennis, and there's some other great creative teams working on books at TKO. If you have any question, guys, as always, reach out to us. Contact information is below, or you can get to us on Twitter or Instagram. Thank you so much for hitting the like button and subscribing. And thank you for being the best part of Two Brothers Comics. And as always, guys, collect your way.